Good afternoon. I want to thank y'all for joining us today for our demo featuring Lexbe. My name is Jake Davis, and I am an eDiscovery solutions expert here at Lexbe. And I just want to set out some expectations and prepare you for what we're going to be looking at today. It's a 5,000 feet overview of the platform. If you would like to do if you'd like to do a whole lot deeper dive or have any specific questions, then what you'd want to do is let me know. You'll get my information at the end of the presentation, or you can contact us, and one of our other eDiscovery solution experts will be able to help you out. But just want to get started a little bit and let you know. First of all, we've been around for a little over 12 years. One thing I like to say is we're old enough to kind of know what we're doing, and we're young enough to still care that we make it good. The philosophy that we kind of have is a mixture of those three reviews down there in the middle of this slide. That we want to be cost effective, easy to use, and powerful. We conservatively say that ROI for Lexbe is achieved in 6 months or less. However, with the speed that we can get your account set up, the way that we can get the data ingested and the job actually moving, then ROI happens almost immediately. And let's be honest, ESI isn't going anywhere. Whenever I graduated from law school in 2002, discovery was still a paper process. But now, with the ease of online communication, with social media absolutely exploding, and the expansion of the global workspace, ESI has become a beast that can't be ignored. As you can see from the slide, the IDC projects that by 2025, data created will be exceeding almost 160 zettabytes. In the past, traditional in-house setup was a data center with extended storage, with a NAS or even a SAN to store all the information, store all of this data, and it required real estate. It required an IT staff, and it was only available to the mega firms. What we at Lexbe do is we allow small and boutique firms to be on a level playing field with the big boys. The way we do that is by being cloud-based. So we have scalable storage that we can accommodate however much information you have. And we can also, and with it being cloud-based, there are no bottlenecks. And also you can access your data anywhere. Commuter time is no longer lost time. Anywhere you have a browser and you have an internet connection, then you could be working on your ESI. But speed and efficiency, they're luxuries that can't be afforded at the cost of security. And in answer to that call, we offer the most advanced cloud security available. Data is encrypted, whether it is in our platform or on its way to or from our platform. We definitely have additional information for any questions on security that you may have. As far as our cloud infrastructure, we have partnered with AWS, Amazon Web Services, and they have remained, as you can see, in the Magic Quadrant of Gartner for the last 7 years. So we are confident with the choice we've made as far as cloud providers there. And while speeds and feeds are great, what truly sets Lexbe apart is our people. We have a professional services team that are not only certified discovery experts, but they're also former litigation paralegals. So they can give you a whole lot more than academic knowledge of the problems you may be facing. They've actually been in the trenches. They've actually done the task that you are doing right now. And each account is assigned a professional services lead. Now, this lead is one of these former litigation paralegals that's eDiscovery certified and assigned to your case to set up your complimentary training, or to, if some firms get overwhelmed and they say, we just really need help, our professional service team can become a de facto extension of your own firm to help you get the success that you expect. Here's a small sampling of the types of ESI that Lexbe platform can handle without any problems. The true list is exhaustive, and if there is some type of file that you don't know, that you're wondering if we can handle, ask us. The answer is probably going to be yes. Finally, and also the power of Lexbe is going to flow from the Uber index. Our Uber index will extract all the information as documents are uploaded. They extract the native text, native characters. The document is copied into a PDF. That PDF is then OCR, or use optical character recognition, to capture those images, charts, graphs, pictures, even translated characters, and they are all stored in the Uber index so that you will be able to sort, filter, and actually produce the documents in an easy and efficient manner. Included in your Lexbe subscription is going to be early case assessment, technology assisted review, near-dupe groupings, email threading. These are, we want to make sure that we save both time and money for our customers in providing these additional services that other places are going to charge you additional for. Finally, we're truly the friend of the small and boutique firm because of our pricing structure. We want to make sure that the affordability isn't going to be lost amongst the forest of options that we give. We offer a no commitment pricing at $25 per gigabyte per month. If you do decide to go with a subscription plan, then the price does go significantly down. We're not going to nickel and dime our customers in that we do not charge user fees. We don't charge separate OCR fees or per case fees. We try to keep everything up front and keep everything as clear and transparent as possible. And here is the promised contact information for me here at Lexbe. As I said, there are 2 other eDiscovery solutions directors that can assist you. We are ready and waiting for any calls or questions that we can assist with. And what we'll do is I'm going to take a little break here. I'm going to ask you a few questions on the screen, some polling questions. And if you don't mind, if you can just click on that, and then we will move over to the actual demonstration of the platform. We good? All right, and we are back. And what we'll do is kind of go through uh, a demonstration of our eDiscovery platform. And what I'd like to point out first of all is all right. Now, what we'll do is we're going to go through an actual case to where we would start by, I want to first take a look at what our platform, our GUI actually looks like. And we try to make everything as point and click as easy as possible, so you can easily navigate and find exactly what you're looking for. If you wanted to, of course, we can help with any type of ingestion. As a matter of fact, we include ingestion of ESI in any subscription program, to where you can just mail us the hard drive or thumb drive, or send us a secured link, and we can upload the information into your platform for you. As I said, on any type of subscription plan, that is included. If you wanted to use your own, you can drag and drop into the platform by just deciding who the custodian is going to be, what the time zone is going to be, and then choosing which files you want to upload. If you then, it's going to it's going to bring the documents in. If it's a PST file, it's going to take each individual file out of there, and it's going to, as I said in our previous part of the demonstration, it's going to natively extract all the native characters. It's going to create a PDF and do an OCR scan of that PDF. All of this information is then going to be put into the Uber index. And at this time, you can, if you wanted to reduce the size of the data set, at this time, you can do a dedupe. You can either do a vertical deduplication or a per custodian. That's just going to dedupe in a vertical silo to just take out the duplications underneath each custodian. We also offer the full horizontal dedupe, which is going to look at the entire case as a whole and dedupe the dedupe files there. And this would be, of course, exact duplicates with the same MD5 hash numbers. Once everything is uploaded and into the platform, you can then start the always fun process of the coding of the documents. And what we want to do is we want to make it, again, as simple and easy as possible. Let's just grab a document here. This is a MSG, a message document. And as you can see in our reader here, you have multiple ways that you can look at that you can view the document. And the reason that you can do that is because of the way that it was ingested. You can either take the original look, and it's going to be since this is MSG, it's going to come in as an Outlook file. If you wanted to see exactly how it looked originally, you could do that. We have the HTML, We have a paginated PDF to where you can jump between pages. This is a smaller document that just has two, so not quite as useful as if there was, like, say, a 300 to 500 page document. You also have a standard scrollable PDF. And finally, you do have the text view that's going to show all of the information, all of the text that was pulled from the document. Over here on the right is where you will actually do the coding of the document. You can mark it as either responsive, non-responsive. We do pull in the metadata. If there's metadata available, it's going to be here. And all of these are searchable. One thing I do want to take the time to show is our custom field. And to create a custom field, very simple and very quick. You can just quickly go to the management, manage custom fields, add the custom field, put it right there, and this is going to be for John Doe, everything that has to do with John Doe. And then as we are browsing, coding, and going through our documents, go back to one of the documents we had open there. If I then wanted to code it, right there, I can say, hey, this has to do with John Doe. And these custom field sections you will see in momentarily are also searchable, so that you can search and you can filter using them. So you could, after the reviews are done, if you wanted to then go through and pull all documents that were checked as pertaining to John Doe, then that is easily pulled. Our second document viewer here as redaction is what I'd like to show you here, in that whenever you open the redaction editor, you can redact, put the reason why, and then save the redaction. This creates a brand new copy of the document. And the reason that we do that is because we don't want what's underneath this redaction to be able to be pulled by a great discovery program, much like ours. So a new document is created. The redacted document is the one that is produced. However, a clean copy is kept in the Uber index so that you do not lose the ability to search what has been redacted from the document. Now, going back to our review screen, you can add notes to the document, as well as you can tag the document to certain cases or certain facts and issues. If you wanted to create a timeline, or if you wanted to create the if you wanted to, let's say you're preparing for a deposition and you wanted to create facts and issues and add everything that has to do with, say, the evolution of the calls of action here, you can click it and it would be added to that particular fact. The related tab is going to, it's similar to our email threading. However, it more just shows the email family. As you can see, this document that we have is part of the email family shown here. And these are near duplicates. And by near duplicates, our definition being a document that is 50% or more similar to the document that you're looking at. And you can jump directly to these documents. The filtering is the way to sort through the documents here. You can create a filter by you can do it by custodian, and what I always like to do is custodian and responsive, and then you apply the filter. If you wanted to save the filter that you have just done, the last 5 filters that you've run are going to be put right down here. You can change the name of the filter so that you can save it, and you then have the choice of either sharing it with others that are in the platform under your case, or you can just pin it to where it'll appear right up here, and you'll be able to use the same filter later. You can also create a briefcase by selecting certain documents, and these documents can then be either sent via a secure link or downloaded to a thumb drive. Either way, this is a way to easily send certain documents over to, say, a forensic accountant or another expert without having to remove the documents from the platform or to give that person access to the platform. They do not have to be, the receiving party does not have to be a Lexbe user to be able to access what you have sent in that briefcase. Moving over to our search feature, if there are certain documents that you need, that you want to take a look at, the search feature is very powerful. And what I always like to do is, because we do have, you can do the standard word search or you can do the Boolean searches. If there were questions that you might have as to how I could do this, I use this opportunity to show our help feature. Our help feature is not, whenever you click on help, it's not going to take you to the beginning of a major database and then you can start looking for the answer or the needle in the haystack for help. Since we're on the search screen, when we click help on the search screen, it's going to give us help about the search screen. You're going to get video walkthroughs as well as explanation of, as you can see, the screen we were just looking at, Boolean searches. If you had questions as to how to do the connector, the proximity, the but not searches, then they have examples there, as well as the definitions of the fuzzy search, the concept, stemming, or phonic. But as I said, we do handle all of the Boolean searches where you can do the, let's say, the proximity search, lay and enron, turn it over onto Boolean and search. Then you're going to pull all the searches. Whenever you click on the document itself, as you can see, it will have very similar to the review screen that we had seen previously. You can also look at, you can click on hits now. Now, whenever you're in the document, you will be able to see highlighted each one of the search terms that we had put in for the document. You can save the searches just like you did the filters that we were working on previously. You were able to save those, share, or pin them. You can also use the filters that you created previously to overlay on top of those particular searches. So ways that you can work on your data, sort it, etc., are pretty much limitless. It is limited only by your imagination. If you are going to run an actual production and you're getting ready, I'm going to walk through a very quick production here. We're going to start a new job, and it's going to automatically default as far as title to the date. We're going to create here March 7th, 2019, and you're going to see this slip sheet. You'll be able to edit it. You can change the title at this time, put a comment in there as far as something like, say, Respondents Production 1 or Petitioners Production 3, whichever one it is. You can check here. And by checking here, what that's going to do is that's going to allow you to send to the receiving party a secured link that they can download the production that you're about to create in a zip file, so that, again, you don't have to put it on a disk. You don't have to put it on I know I'm dating myself by saying floppy disk or something, but you don't have to put it on a thumb drive. You don't have to put it on any type of CD. You can just send them that link. They can do it. You create a password and put an expiration date on that password. And so they have until X number of days to download the document. Here's where are the production. You would then put in your Bates prefix, your Bates space, put in the numbers that you decide. You can create a custom designation. For instance, if there are certain documents that are attorney's eyes only, you are able to tag certain documents, tag the documents with that. We can create standard PDF production or a standard plus TIFF, and we can send the native emails in the production. If one of those is required by your discovery order, or if that is what you want to do. We definitely can do it. We don't recommend the sending of the native emails, but the option is there. Once we have the documents or the slip sheet there, the file as we want it, we can take a few documents. I'm going to select these top 3 documents here. Then I'm going to add these to the production that we had just created, the 3/7/2019. It's going to ask us, do we want to add these 3 documents? And then under here it says expanded to entire email number 4 documents. So there are going to be 4 documents because there was an email family that we didn't want to split up there because it is part of what we are producing. Since we have chosen what production we're going to send that to, let's go ahead and validate our production. So we'll go to 6 and begin our validation. As you can see, we have all the email families. Everything that we're seeing has been marked as responsive. Nothing that we have has been marked as either privileged or work product. If there. And finally, we are good to go. So once we have gotten everything validated, job, we are validated, and go through real quick and get all this, because I think I hit the wrong button there and kind of flipped. So let's go ahead and get this production running. Didn't have any of those tagged as privileged, so we're not going to produce anything that we're not supposed to. There's no page count restrictions that I have put, and we are validated now. We're going to then run the production. I'm going to have it send me a little email whenever it's completed. And while that's going, we are free to continue to work in the platform while it's getting all of our production together there. Under the analysis tab, we can run, as we were talking about, preparing other things that you can do with the platform is preparing for the depositions. We had added that document to this particular, the cause of action evolution. And as you can see, we have all of these documents that are now there. We have a little timeline here to go through, but if I wanted to then question a witness or question a deponent on the about these, I have these documents ready to go under that particular fact. Now, once we are done, and I've just gotten the email that says that my processing is complete. So let's take a look at that production that we ran. Let me get rid of this and go to our production. Discovery production job. And it's going to show us this sheet. This is essentially our receipt for the production that we made. We can, since I chose that we would be able to send the link, we can copy the link and then send that over to our receiving party. It has shown us how long the production took, when it was run, who ran it, how many were produced, how many were marked as privileged or work product, and finally the total number of documents. Since we did mention that privilege and work product, let's take a look at the privilege log. Privilege log for 3.7. As you can see, these were marked as privileged. And so I can then export that to an Excel for any in-camera hearing that we may have regarding this particular production. Now, what I'd like to do is kind of stop there, and there is an option to ask questions during our presentation here. And what I'll do is go ahead and open it up and see if there are any questions that have been asked. And you see. All right. Got one that just asking if there are case fees. No, there are no case fees. You can have as many cases in the platform as you needed, just like you can have as many users in the platform as need with no additional cost. That way, you know, we definitely don't want to inhibit you having as much help as you possibly can on these big jobs. Right. I don't see any other questions. So what I have one more poll to present, and just let me know if how you feel about that, and then then I'll be back to bid everyone farewell. All right. Well, it looks like that is what we'll do to call it a day. I really do appreciate everyone joining. I encourage you to take a look, reach out. If you have any questions, we are happy to answer whatever we can. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of the week and enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.